forgot to tell you something. I ate 2 whole pieces of Will's birthday cake. Will has 18 now, but Papa says I'm still the oldest because I have 22. I love you, Mama. And I miss you. I can still smell you in your chair.
I have an idea. What if we built a huge man-made lake, and then we got some of those ski boat things, you know, and had like a country recreation area?
You know, Will, that may very well be a good idea. And if you can get some kind of business degree, and then if you want to open Will's World or whatever, you can.
Maybe they all got homes. Yet why do people treat the kids so bad?
I don't know, son. Ed? Ed Winner? I never thought you slept.
I didn't used to.
I got new Oxford shoe saddles.
We got the chicken feed on the truck. I'll bring it around back.
Come on, up.
I fought as hard as I could, but they say there's no more state funds. No more Hamlin House. They're closing us the end of the year. Haven't told the children.
Hey, got everything loaded up in the shed.
State's closing the Hamlin, Will.
Oh, wow. Well, what's going to happen to all the kids?
Most likely they'll be transferred to a place called the Raskin facility. Pardon my French. Like a hellhole.
Come on, Bart, let's go. Come on. Many of the massive towers have known famous, unwilling guests. Elizabeth I, when a princess, was imprisoned 2 months in Bell Tower. Sir Walter Raleigh spent much of his 13 years' imprisonment in Bloody Tower, where the little princes Edward V and his brother, the Duke of York, were murdered in 1483. Now, their uncle, who became Richard III, is believed by some historians...
Did you know that when an elephant herd finds an orphan calf, they don't always adopt the lost baby?
Nope. Never knew that.
Does that mean if Will would have been an elephant, he wouldn't have got adopted?
No way. They would have adopted me no matter what, because I was so cute.
Don't forget the feeders. First thing. And get up when the alarm rings. I'm not dragging you out of bed again, Will.
Yes, sir.
Thought you wanted to stay in shape.
I do.
Petal.
Yes, sir.
What I'd like to know is why everyone is always saying that stuff about life being better the older you get. I mean, most of the guys that I know have already turned 18, and they don't seem so much better to me. In fact, when I think about it, I'd say they've all gone kind of weird. All right, now take Jim Rogers, for instance. He's perfectly cool until Elaine Hempstead starts flirting with him. Next thing you know, the guy won't even go bowling.
Pigs can't talk.
Vi, come on, you're supposed to be helping Dad.
I got bored, so Me and Charlotte took a walk.
Charlotte and I.
Yeah. I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
Well, Charlotte and I got back from a walk, but we couldn't find Dad. But then we did. He was asleep in the truck. How come Papa was sleeping in the back of the truck?
Some say the world is not a fair place. I've heard children say it, a few old men say it, but I never once believed it. I always believed that every leaf on every tree, every tear on every cheek has a purpose. And that purpose has been assigned by God in His wonder. The passing of Cecil Loomis has changed my mind. I believe God tried to make a fair world, but the forces of evil were so strong and so many, God had to make something else. God made good people. The world didn't turn out fair, so God made Cecil Loomis to raise a son who was not his own at birth, to raise a daughter different from the rest of us, to be educated, productive, and an asset to her community. The world didn't turn out fair, so God made Cecil Loomis. And today the world seems even less fair because Cecil is no longer with us. Judging from the sorry state of the world, one can only speculate as to the conditions of the hereafter.
You're not allowed to drive Papa's camper.
I know why. There.
I look like real fairy princess.
Yes, you do. Okay, now remember, only 3 phonemes.
Come on, Charlotte. Waiting, Will.
Okay. So they built a wooden horse that was so enormous the entire army could hide inside of it. And the Trojan horse was presented as a gift and rolled into the center of the city square. That's how the army was able to surprise the enemy and win the...
And his sister Violet will be joining us for supper. Don't mind her. She goes by the book, but she's not all terrible. Got 2 squeaky beds, a clogged sink, and, your after-dinner job was a jammed file cabinet, which Miss Transition needs to get into. Come on.
All right, how much does this kid weigh?
An experiment with food color. I think it was Cassandra.
Oh, well, thanks. I've had her cakes. Edwina mentioned that there might be a new kid coming in tonight. I thought that if I had some time, I might check his bed for squeaks or whatever.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, she just forgot to tell me which room he'd be in.
The only empty one right now, 5C. You have a little time because the worker transporting called over an hour ago and said they got caught behind an overturned truck.
Miss Bird, come on.
Well, there's my cue. See you.
Okay.
Don't forget your plate.
Oh, wow, you're a skinny kid.
papers.
I cleared my demerits.
Yes, you finally did, Gregory. I'm so proud of the example you set. Now, this evening's quote is by a man named Goethe, who said, "Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it." Think about it while you brush and floss your teeth. Sleep tight, everybody. Bye-bye.
You gotta do your teeth. I wish we lived at Hamlin House.
Why?
For friends.
Violet, you're not going to be lonely anymore. You won't have to help me with the chores either. And Christmas might not even be so bad. Honor bright.
I want to go to heaven. See Papa, Mama.